Heidi ho, YouTube neighbors. This isn't a model video today. It's something out of the ordinary for this channel. At work, we're going to do a disc brake conversion on this 35-foot gooseneck trailer with, I guess those are 10, 12,000 pound axles. This is one of our trailers that's used by one of the pole setting crews. It usually carries a skid steer, a couple pallets of concrete, which are like 300 pounds roughly a piece, about 2 of those, usually a bunch of 6x6 or 8x8 pressure treated poles, and equipment. Right now there's just a bucket, but they usually carry a set of forks, an auger, and a pole cat or whatever it's called that grabs the pole and sets the pole for them. But so yeah, 16-inch dual wheel. This side is still all together. We're going to be breaking this down, and then we're going to make it look like this other side here. And these are hydraulic disc brakes. Let me go over here, and there's the hydraulic lines laying on. There's going to be an electric hydraulic pump up towards the front, and this is what we've got so far. You remove the drums. You can reuse the hub, but you remove the drums. There's an adapter plate, the rotor, caliper brackets, and calipers and lines, and yep, shaky camera. And this is what it's supposed to look like without the drums. And you'll see the other side as we tear it apart. And we still got to run the hydraulic hoses. There's no instructions for this, and we've looked online. We've even gone to went online to the manufacturer. They have no written instructions. There's not even a pictures, nothing. Plenty of stuff on the smaller axles for like the boat trailers and RV trailers, and but nothing on these big dually axles, 10,000 and 12,000 pound. This set is supposed to be for 16-inch dual wheels or 17.5-inch single wheels. We did run into an issue with the wheels, which I'll go over in a little later, but this is where we're at right now. We're going to get this other side tore apart, and then as soon as he gets that tore down, we're not going to cover actually tearing the drums and everything off, because I think most of y'all have done that before. But when we get all that off and we start doing the kit, we'll show you what we learned with it. So stay tuned, we'll be back in a second. All right, we're back. We got this side torn down, got the backing plates and shoes, everything off down to the flanges. Everything's cleaned up pretty good, and these are the drum and hubs. You see the magnets wear into the face of the drum there, and we'll be taking these drums off. Gonna take those 2, 4, 8 bolts out, and we'll reuse the hub and put these, that's the caliper bracket and the caliper, the rotor, and the adapter for the hub, brake pads, and the retaining clips for the brake pads. And you'll want to get new seals if you're reusing your hubs. These are oil bath. We don't use oil. We've learned that, yeah, all the oil runs cooler. With employees and people not paying attention, they don't keep the oil up, and we burn up more axles than if we just put grease in them. So we pack ours with grease. It's more cost effective for us. And that's the new seals. The seals run usually at least $40 a piece or more. There's a hardware kit for the bolts and everything. You will have to buy new bolts for the bracket to go on the backing, and those are, what are those, Bart?
7/16
7/16 by 2.5 inch. Those are grade 8s.
You do 2 1/4, but this is...
Yeah, you can do a 2 1/4, and you can probably get away with a grade 5, but we got grade 8s. And there's the, as you can see, the magnet. That magnet is supposed to be flat, not all grooved. And that's one of the reasons the electric brakes are a problem all the time. Because even if you replace just that magnet, the drum here is all grooved, and the magnet will only hit on the high spots. So if it works at all, it works very poorly, and you just have a hard time getting any brakes to work right. So you're better off just taking the brakes off at that point. So it's usually roughly, when we do a brake job, by the time you place drums and shoes and all that, it ends up about $2,500.
We're always touching that, yeah.
The kit, the disc brake kit, was with the pump and lines, is about $3,800 to do both axles and get the brake line kit and the pump. The brake line kit and the pump is about $1,000 of it. So you can see it's like another $1,000. You convert it to disc brakes, but in theory the disc brakes should be a lot less maintenance and should probably last a lot longer.
Pads are only like $200.
Yeah, and the pads are only like $200. So if you don't eat up your rotor very bad, you can probably just do a pad slap on it, and then of course all you got to do then is just replace the rotors, so you're not replacing a whole big drum and everything. So now we're going to start getting to where we're going to put these brackets on and start getting this stuff on there. And as soon as we start doing that, we'll show you exactly how this goes together, because there's no instructions. The instructions that come in the kit are for like the 7,000, 8,000 pound axles, and they're totally different. So the instructions they give you are basically a waste of paper. So if you crumple it up real soft, you might be able to wipe your butt with it. So, all right, and I'll be back in a second. Oh, that's the other thing. There's 2 different kits. This kit has a 2-piece caliper bracket. See how it's split here? And we'll show you why that is, because in 2013 they changed the axles. So there's a kit for the early axles and a kit for the later axles. This trailer is a 2018, 2020, so it's definitely after 2013. So this is the kit we had to have. So yeah, you'll see why this is a split bracket here in just a second.
Get lucky on that one. That's gonna suck.
So this is always one of the problems. You'll get a bolt that doesn't want to come loose because the head rounds off. It's kind of a asinine setup. The magnet has been rubbing and it's cut down the top of the head of the bolt a little. So now you got to try and get a socket to hold it. So if you can't drive a smaller socket on and get a hold of it, then you end up having to drill it out or try to cut it out of there. That's when you start getting into the cussing part of the job. So we've got one on this drum and one on this drum. So we're going to go into Yosemite Sam mode here and try and get those out, and then we'll be back. And there's that one that was a hard problem. We have victory.
Well, now I gotta get it out of the socket.
And yeah, now we gotta get out of the socket and try and get the other one. Maybe the other one will go the same way. We will find out. Stay tuned. Okay, we're back again. Time to start assembling the stuff. So first thing is got the hub all ready, new seal. Bearings are greased, which I know some of you are going to say, it's oil bath, we get more grease in there, but we got grease in it because it works better for us. There you go. That's pretty self-explanatory on that piece. You can't put it on backwards. I mean, I'm not going to say that you can't. I'm sure there's somebody that'll figure out a way to screw it up, but it's pretty safe. And you got what, 8 bolts I think go in it,
8.
and they come with Loctite on them already, and those will all get torqued down to, what is it, 100 pounds?
Yeah, I think it's supposed to be like 90, but we end up doing 100.
90 to 100 foot-pounds.
Anything around there.
And then that piece is the one you gotta make sure you don't put on backwards.
You can very easily.
Yeah, that is backwards. But you know, you want to be machine surface to machine surface, which that's machine, that's machine. This side is rough cast, so that helps you figure that one out. And you got those bolts, and I believe they're the same torque, like 90 pounds.
They're the exact same style or same size bolt. They're just
and they have Loctite on them also.
And these are 1/4 inch.
That's the worst part. It's a 1/4 inch Allen head
Break already.
on like a 7/16 bolt thread, and to try and get 90 pounds of torque on a 1/4 inch Allen head. Okay,
I'll torque it all
so
down.
those just have to be tightened up and torqued, and the hub will be all assembled. And we get all those done. We got the other one over here to do, and we will come back again. Alrighty, we're back again. Hubs are all assembled, ready to go. So now we're going to put the caliper brackets on the axles. And because these are the later axles, there's the, let me get in here. That's your flange that your backing plate normally bolts to. It's got 7 bolts, and there's the bracket. And that bracket is split in 2 pieces because it has to go on the back side of the flange. And this is on the 2013 and later axles. Apparently the earlier axles, they go on the front side of that flange, and it's a 1-piece bracket. But we're not doing those, we're doing these. And that rotor, like we showed you, has to be on like it is, because if you do accidentally flip it around, it's not going to line up for the caliper properly. And that's the new bolts you have to go buy from the hardware store to bolt it to the backing, to the flange.
It's 28 of them total.
Yes, 28, 7 per wheel. And you either want lock washers or lock nuts on there to keep them secured.
And you got these 2 side ones.
And then there's those bolts there that got to go to bolt the 2 halves together.
Okay, what's going on here?
There it goes.
Alright, I'll tighten all this up.
There's one on each side. So he's going to tighten those all up and put the other one on, and then we will come back with putting the hubs on. Alrighty, and we're back again. We're putting the hubs on. Bart's putting them on. I'm standing here watching, trying to look busy. He's got one on already. As you can see, the rotor is flush, pretty much flush with the bracket there. So you know how it's supposed to be on there. And yes, we are putting grease on our bearings. We've learned that that works best for us because of employees and the number of trailers we have. We even put the aluminum caps on them, but somehow someone figures out a way to break them, or they don't keep the oil checked, or for whatever reason, and then we end up burning up the hub and replacing them. And if we're really unlucky, we have to replace the axle because they burn up the stub, the spindle. And we found that with grease, we have kind of
Or send it on the road and forget about it.
yeah. We've tried to curtail idiocy and apathy, because they either
Still win.
they still win every once in a while, but this is the best control for it. And we're not going to go too much into the whole tightening your bearing and stuff. That's regular trailer stuff. And then there's other videos on that. We're mostly concentrating on this just brake conversion.
Come back and we'll put the caliper on.
All right, he's got a caliper on there, and he's getting ready to put the other one on. And you probably have to, there you go, you slide the back one in there. And you may probably have to push those pistons all the way in. Look at that, presto changeo. And you got the little retainers.
Make sure when you put it on, you slide it all the way back.
Yeah,
too.
make sure you slide the retainer, because it's on a slot. Show them the slot, Bart. See how it's slotted? Make sure that it's slid all the way to the back, and that'll help it clear the wheel, because that was the problem we had with the other side.
Yeah, the Dexter
On the Dexter wheels is that will not fit even if you slide that all the way back. But sliding it all the way back gives you plenty of clearance then on where the center welds into the hoop of the wheel. And it's a 9/16 head on that bolt. Alright, you just got to tighten those up.
And run some lines.
Run some lines and get the pump set up. So we'll come back when we get all that going. And
we're ready to race.
Ready to race, because we got red brake pads. So now we got race parts on our trailer. It's going to go fast now. So the Dexstars,
That's
which
is Dexter brand, though, isn't it?
it's a Dexter
And
wheel,
you get more,
doesn't fit the Dexter brake kit.
you get more than sweat rag.
But we know that those other black ones, which we think are these,
I'm pretty sure these black ones are the best.
are the Vespers, fit fine.
I mean, they look the exact same. This one's just old and used.
Okay.
Where these ones are clearing by 1/4 inch.
It's the caliper. So it's the caliper retainers hit. This is the Dexter wheel,
Yeah,
and the caliper retainers hit like right in here,
hitting right there.
where the center is inside the hoop. And this is the Vesper, and there really isn't a whole lot of difference in them.
1/4 inch.
But it's about a 1/4 inch difference on the inside dimension, which is what you need to clear the little clips that hold the caliper on the bracket. So this is the side that we put together first to figure it out, because there's no instructions. Okie dokie, we're pretty much wrapped up here. We got all the plumbing ran, the hydraulic lines, run them across the axle. We got insulated clamp hangers there. We drilled and tapped into the axle, bolted them right in. These are pretty thick walled axles. Let's see, lines going across. Maybe put a third one in the middle, but right now that looks pretty good. So it kind of depends on how anal retentive you want to be. So that's that, and they're already bled. Go up here, show you where the pump is, and we mounted the pump under the trailer deck. Where's she at? There she is. We mounted the pump right on the side of the frame rail. Lines run down the side, down the frame, hung the same way as across the axle. And to get access to fill it, we just bored a hole in the deck, wooden deck. See if we can see in there. Whoop, get it to focus. Maybe you can see in there, maybe not. But yeah, that way you can just pull the cap, drop the funnel down in there, and fill the reservoir. And then to bleed it, all you've got to do is, if you got it all wired right, you hear the pump. It's pumped up. There you go. And just pull your breakaway switch, power up the pump, let it sit there pressurized. Go back to each caliper. Usually start with the one furthest from the pump and work around, which would be on this would be the right rear, and then do the left rear, and then do the right front one, and then the left front. I guess the left rear and the right front doesn't really matter. They're about the same distance. And let the pump keep it pressured. And yeah, it took like 3 pops on each bleeder, and all the air is out of it, and it's ready to go. So we just got to put the wheels, tires and wheels back on it, go over, double check stuff, and this trailer can go back into service, which is good because I think they need it. They have when you buy the pump, they'll give you a wiring diagram. We got our pump off from Amazon. I'll show you. There's the diagram. So if you want to do a screenshot of that.
It's on the Dexter website.
What's that?
It's on the Dexter website.
It's on the Dexter website as well. So, but yeah, there's the diagram. That's pretty much it. You should be able to get disc brakes on your trailer. Like I say, the biggest problem is just the wheels. These Dexter wheels don't seem to want to work. You don't have quite enough clearance for those little gold tabs that hold the brake pads in. But these Vespers, these that we've been getting lately, they do have the clearance. So don't know if there's any other wheels that will or won't work, but that's what we got right now. So this trailer is going to get all converted to Vespers, and that'll be that. Okay, I should probably add to this. Some may ask, well, why didn't you put the hydraulic pump inside the storage box here on the front? Because if it was in there, it'd be easier to get to. And we decided against that because everybody uses his trailer, and you can't always rely on the person using the trailer to use the same care as the person who pays for the trailer. So, and as you can see, everything gets thrown in that box. And if someone throws a chain binder or chains or something in there and hits the pump and destroys the pump, it's better protected, we figured, up under the deck on the frame rail. So that's why we put it on under the deck on the frame rail there. Overall, we figure it's better protected there. Be less of an issue. And also, this is one of 7 of this size trailer we have. We have a total of about 20 trailers, I think. And we have 7 of these 35 and 40 foot goosenecks. The biggest one being that one way over there that has the telehandler on it. Now, for now, we're just trying these disc brakes out. We wanted to do them, and so this is the only trailer that's going to have them for now until we see how well they're going to work. And if they work as well as we hope they do, then we'll be converting the other 6 trailers that are dually to these disc brakes. So I just wanted to add that in there, what we were doing and why we were doing this one. So, all right, I guess that's it. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, and hopefully maybe we can come up with another video similar to this for you. So, all right, thanks a lot. Until next time, we'll catch y'all later. See ya.